Hey there, this is your English teacher, and today I've prepared for you 15 must-know collocations in English. First of all, what is a collocation? It's basically when you have 2 or 3 words that go together and sound natural. For example, we say make a decision, not do a decision. So here are 15 examples of collocations that you should know. Let's get started. Okay, so our first collocation is make progress. And when we talk about progress, we mean advancement or movement forward. Do you remember that video where I taught you how to describe your progress in English? If you don't, I will leave the link down below so you can watch it after this video. But let me show you some examples. I have been studying English for 3 years, and I've made a lot of progress. Here we use made progress because we are talking about a noticeable improvement in your ability to speak English. I was stuck in this hotel room for 2 weeks and I didn't make any progress. Notice that if you want to make progress, you need to be doing something, right? You cannot make progress without taking action. You could also say show progress, like the student showed great progress after the course, or achieve progress. She achieved great progress in her career after she got a master's degree. So yeah, you can make progress in studies, in your career, relationships, sports, basically anything. Our next collocation is do your homework. Have you ever heard of it? I'm sure you have. This is a very common collocation. Now I have another video where I teach you how to ask for homework and also what to do if you don't understand your homework. I will leave that link down below as well. But if you haven't seen the video yet, I just want to tell you that when you have an assignment from school, from college, university, whatever, and you have to complete it at home, we call it homework. So you do your homework. I forgot to do my homework, or I finished my homework early today, or can you help me with my homework? All right, so the third collocation is heavy rain. When you have big fat drops falling from the sky, we say heavy rain. We also have light rain, which means small, soft drops. Sometimes we also say a heavy shower, which is basically the same as heavy rain. The opposite of heavy rain would be light rain, right? So light rain, a heavy shower. It's pouring cats and dogs outside. Well, this is not really a collocation, but it's a phrasal verb that basically means it's raining heavily. Okay, so now we have heavy rain. Let's move on to the next one. Strong coffee. Oh, I love drinking strong coffee. If you are a coffee lover, you may know that when you brew coffee, you get the grounds, okay? You put them into the machine and then you press the button and out comes this beautiful drink. But sometimes people use the word strong to refer to how intense the flavor is. So I said strong coffee. You can also say a strong cup of coffee. So here we have fast food. When you want to eat quickly, when you're in a hurry and you don't want to wait, when you just want to grab something to eat and go, you may choose fast food. But the problem with fast food is that it's not really good for your health, right? Most of us probably eat too much fast food. I do, I'm guilty. But we can also have slow service. So you order your food at a restaurant, you wait 40 minutes, an hour, sometimes even longer, and still your food has not arrived. That's slow service. Of course, this happens more often in restaurants, less in fast food places. Let me just pause for a moment and ask you if you're enjoying this video so far. If you are, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me know that you appreciate my work and motivates me to keep making these videos for you. Thank you. Okay, let's continue. Next collocation is deep water. When I was little, I was afraid of going into deep water. I was afraid of drowning. Are you a good swimmer? Do you feel comfortable in the water? I do. Well, I'm not a great swimmer, but I feel fine. I don't have a problem with being in the water, but I don't like cold water. What about you? Do you like cold water? Cold water swimming is actually becoming more and more popular these days. So yeah, deep water, right? We can also have clear water, which means clean water. In some parts of the world, people have problems with access to clean water. It's a real problem. Then we have warm water, which is the opposite of cold water, but it doesn't have to be like the temperature. When you're washing your hair, for example, you can use warm water. We can also say hot water, of course. Then we have hard water, which is not good for plants, but if you drink it, it's fine. There are also other types of water that we use, like mineral water, tap water, distilled water, salt water, which you can find in the ocean. So many types of water, and they're not only used in different situations, they also have different collocations. So make sure you pay attention to what collocations are used in certain situations. Okay, let's move on. Heavy traffic. When you have lots of cars on the road and they're moving slowly, we say heavy traffic. Can you imagine living in a city center where there's heavy traffic all day long? So every day you come to work and there are lots of cars honking their horns, right? It can be annoying, especially if you live in the city center. What about light traffic? It's the opposite of heavy traffic, right? So when there are few cars on the road and they're moving fast, we say light traffic. Okay, our next collocation is a good idea. Notice that you can also have a bad idea, a silly idea, an interesting idea, a brilliant idea, an awful idea, depending on what type of idea it is. But let me show you some examples. Is it a good idea to go for a swim in the middle of the winter? Probably not. It's not a good idea to mix alcohol and driving. If your friend invites you to do something and you think that's a bad idea, you can say, "Thanks for the invite, but I have a prior commitment." Basically, you're turning down the invitation because you already have plans, but you don't really need to explain why. And then we have make a mistake. We're all human, right? We all make mistakes. I make mistakes, you make mistakes. Even native speakers make mistakes. I'm sure you've heard the expression, to err is human, meaning it's natural to make mistakes because we're human. So I have another video where I teach you how to apologize for mistakes and also how to accept apologies. So, make a mistake, correct a mistake, admit a mistake, avoid making mistakes. You have made a mistake. It's time to admit it. Okay, admit a mistake. Next collocation is pay attention. Now this is very important, especially if you're a student. Your teachers tell you all the time to pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. They want you to listen carefully and to learn the material. But notice that you can also say, pay attention to someone. When you look at someone while they're talking, when you listen to them, we say you're paying attention to that person. And you can also pay attention to something like, pay attention to the details. Details are very important. Sometimes people don't pay enough attention to details and then they have problems. So when you pay attention to something, it means you're focusing on that thing. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Yes, I'm telling you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Okay, now we have lose weight. I've been wanting to lose weight for quite a while now, but I really don't know how. So if you have any tips, please share them with me in the comments. Some people try diets, some people exercise. People's habits are different. So let me give you some examples. I decided to lose weight and improve my health. She lost weight and started exercising daily. He tried different diets but couldn't lose weight. Notice that you can also gain weight, which is the opposite of losing weight. So here we have, do your best. Don't worry, I'll do my best to help you. So when you do your best, it means you put in all your effort, all your energy into doing something. You try very hard. So do your best in school, at work, in sports, in relationships. Yeah, do your best. Now we have take care of yourself. Basically, it means you should be doing things that are good for you, right? You need to take care of your health, take care of your appearance. If you don't take care of your health, you might get sick. And also you can take care of other people, like your children, pets, family members, elderly relatives. So for example, my mom takes care of my grandpa, or I take care of my dog every weekend. And you can also say take care when you're saying goodbye. Take care of yourself. Okay, and our last collocation for today is take a break. Let's take a break and have some snacks. When you take a break, it means you stop working or studying for a short period of time, and usually you do something else. You relax, you have fun, you do some sports, you meet friends. So let me give you some examples. He took a break to have lunch. She took a break from work to go shopping. They took a break and went for a walk in the park. I took a break and watched TV. So yeah, take a break. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and see you in the next video. Bye.